look who's here. It's one of my favorite hiking buddies.
Hey, Steve.
It's Shannon. What's up? She's out on training hike number 1 for her. So why do we do training hikes? It's a good question. Let's talk about that. So training hikes are an important part of what we do here to get ready for these backpacking trips. And think about any sport or activity that you're involved in, it takes practice to get better at it. So we just can't throw a 40 or 50 pound pack on our backs and just start walking. We have to build up to it. So we start with training hikes as early in the year as we can. Fortunately, this year we're starting a little bit late because of the weather. So what we do is we're going to offer 2 training hikes a week, and I'm just going to ask people to make one. That gives you some options. We'll set a couple of days that we know will work better for people, and then we'll just simply, we'll just make arrangements. We'll move to different parks every week, because even though some of these places are pretty beautiful like this, after a week or 2 of it, we probably want to move on to another place and maybe come back here 4 or 5 weeks from now. And so we do that to mix it up and to change and get different elevations and some steeper climbs and some longer hikes and different things like that. So typically we'll hike for about an hour and a half, do about 3 miles, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on where we're at. But just work on the physical part of this, because what we want to do is we'll start with no packs or just a light pack. I've just got like a pack on here. It's got my water bottles in, or if you got like a hydration pack. And then from there, we'll just, we'll keep building up, and eventually, we'll start with, perhaps, 10 pounds in your pack, and then we'll go to, add 5 pounds at a time, so that about a month before the trip, you're up to near your maximum weight. And we'll talk another time about how to calculate the maximum weight you can carry. And so the physical part is one of the important parts of it, but it's not the only part. I've had people say, well, I'm in this sport, or I'm doing these other activities, so I can simply just do that and I'll be good to go. Well, unless you're walking around with a 40-pound pack on your back and doing that activity and going up and down hills, you're doing activities, and that's all good, but it's still not the same. It would be like saying, I'm going to run a marathon, but I swim all the time, and so that's good, right? Obviously, that's not the right answer. And so the physical part of it is very important. The second part of it, I have a buddy of mine, and he says that backpacking is about 80% mental. I would probably go with maybe 60 or 70%, especially as I get older. I just turned 60 this year, and I can tell you right now the physical aspect is a much bigger part than it was 10 or 15 years ago. But the thing is, with the physical, if something happens to your body or you get an injury, you can talk yourself out of what you're doing pretty quickly. I had that on one trip, and I started having some really bad shoulder pain, and really had to fight through that, and it became hard to continue on. And so your mind starts telling you you need to give up, and you need to work on this, that you keep going. And so the physical part leads to that. But we're doing this to just kind of say, okay, we're out on the trail, and this is what we're doing today. And so that works towards our ability to just get in that mindset of being on the trail. And so those are all good things. And so you say, okay, well, I can do all that stuff by myself, right? I can do that. And that's true, you can. And if you can do some things outside of here, that's awesome. But the other thing we're trying to do is we're trying to build a team. And like, again, with any sport, if you're playing football, you aren't just doing all the activities off by yourself all the time. You may be doing some weight training and maybe some running and things like that on your own, but you still have to drill as a team. And that's what we're doing here too, is that we are getting to know each other as a team. This year we have a lot of new people, and that's great. But it also means that we need to come together as a team. And the reasons for that is that it doesn't happen often, but it has happened, is sometimes you get yourself in a situation where you need to know that the people around you have your back. So that's from the leaders. The leaders need to know everybody there trusts them, that they're going to make the right decision, and they know that they're going to follow what needs to be done. But also for those that are on the hike that are being led, they need to know that they can trust the people making the decisions for them, so that they can feel safe and secure and know that they're going to get out of there safely and that things are going to go well. So there are many different aspects to why we do the training hikes. The different the different things that we do just get us in the habit of being on the trail. And so this time on the trail is really important. And so I hope that you see the wisdom in doing this. I mean, the real reason I do this is because I'm a religious education coordinator. I just love telling people what to do and controlling their lives. We do it for a lot of different reasons, and I've just outlined just a few of them, but it also gives us an opportunity to talk a lot about a lot of the different things that are going on. Some of the equipment that you're going to want to buy. What are we going to eat on the trail? How are we going to get there? What does the logistics look like? It just gives us a chance to just talk about the trip over the next several months. So again, I look forward to seeing you guys out here, and we'll see you on the trail. Sometimes you find obstacles on the trail you got to get over. Keep the camera rolling, because if I fall, the insurance company's going to want to see it. There, easy as pie. We are at Prairie Moraine Park doing some hiking, and you can see here, this is the terminal moraine. You can notice all the boulders and things in there. That's from where the glacier brought down all this stuff and just kept depositing it there as it melted. Training hike 2 complete. Another one in the books. Feeling good about this. There's a lot of cool birds out here. Are you recording? Well, look who we got here. Got one of my favorite training buddies. Take 3. Hang on.
All right, Steve, I'm going to take a photo of us. Ready?
Okay.
Smile.